Hello, beautiful collective. I am hearing the words, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm hearing the words rapid advancement. And the feeling I am getting is this collective has gotten so good at riding the rapids. And it's not over yet, I'm sorry to say. But right now, you're being trained, challenged to learn how to ride the rapids so well that you become, I'm hearing, master navigators. This is really part of the light leadership role that you have stepped into, is showing others the way on how to remain flexible when you are undergoing rapid transformation. And I'm hearing, like, even right down to the DNA level. And I am so tired lately. I don't know if you guys have been really tired. I imagine that many of you are, because this collective has gone through a lot of change and a lot of, I'm hearing, shedding of old skins. Again, I'm hearing rapid advancement. The word rapid is just, it keeps coming forward as like the most salient point here. Goodness. I'm hearing someone is rapidly undergoing cosmetic surgery. If you are, I sending you love and healing and smooth recovery, all of that. Another one I heard is rapid road closure. I'm seeing like a big road sign that says like road closed. And it feels like I was like going full speed ahead at this direction, and all of a sudden there's a big barrier. It's like, you can't go this way. You're gonna have to take a detour, or you're gonna have to go another route. But I'm hearing it's divine redirection. There's a lot of frustration in the collective right now over, oh boy, the thing is, it's like so hard to just, it's like this, like, how do I describe this image? It's like watching a whole bunch of pixels like on a screen morphing into an image, but then just as soon as you think that you've figured out what the image is and it's getting clear, the pixels are like pixelating again and morphing into a new like object. And this constant remorphing, it's like, it's the new normal. It's like getting your body and your nervous system used to the kind of rapid evolutionary transfixiation. I don't think that's even a word, is it? Transformational possibilities. For introducing new thought forms, matter forms in this reality. Wow. So this collective is part of a thought group experiment, is what I'm hearing. This is, if you are here and you are drawn to this message, you are very likely a group 7, because this feels, I'm getting shivers now, so this feels like a group 7 energy. This is the experiment that we agreed to participate in, like we agreed to be team leaders of this, and they're calling it thought experiment because it is a conscious integration of understanding that the unused, underused, misunderstood function of the mind is conscious creation of thought forms, which is what matter is. Matter is thought forms. This collective agreed to lead the way in demonstrating how they could create from seemingly nothing new forms of abundance. So many of you are going to be or are already in the public eye, and this could be on, you know, the internet like I'm doing right here, but it could be public in the sense of friends and family and work communities, church communities, town community. Various communities are watching what you are doing right now, and they are observing your progress. And some of them are rooting for you. Others are hoping you'll trip and fall on your face. Others are thinking you're going to trip and fall on your face, but are secretly hoping you succeed because that's going to help them overcome their own fear on doing the thing they want to do. But they are watching you. And you, I think I got this before. If there is a really sacred role in, it's like performance, but not in a sense of fakeness. It's performance in the sense of agreeing to perform a role so that others may bear witness to the process that you are undergoing right now, so they can understand how to transform matter themselves. So the thought forms the desires, like you are putting out into the universe right now, I really can't speak right now, are just, there's so much rapid movement, and yet there's also, I'm getting this like stalling, this frustration. And I apologize, I know this is super disjointed, but I'm really struggling to articulate like this really fast incoming influx of information. They're saying slow down, sweetie. Like, okay, deep breathing here. They're saying when you begin to create consciously, you undergo a series of physical transformations because you have brought yourself into alignment to be ready to use your tools in a new way. It's like playing with a computer program and not realizing that you've only been using like 10 to 20% of the tools available. And now you're like unlocking all of these other tools that you didn't know you had access to. And in so doing, you are awakening the ability to create exactly what you want in this reality, which is a grave responsibility, which is why this collective has undertaken the responsibility of going first. And here's the thing. I know I've said I'm calling this group 7. I don't know why 7. So it's not, They said, don't worry about the number right now. The number can be helpful down the road, but for now, use it just as an identity marker, like a way to help align yourselves to this frequency. But it isn't so linear in the sense of first it's group 1, then group 2. It's more like each of us has these like pocket dimensional roles we agreed to play. And group 7 is the first in this field to introduce they're saying how to go from nothing to something, seemingly. Wherever you have been, chances are it has felt like you were maybe at one of your lowest of lows. You might have been really struggling with something. You might have been in a partnership where you're very unhappy, a job you're very unhappy. You might have been suffering from some very serious physical health problems. You were not showing up as your authentic self, and you were wearing a mask that you thought you had to wear in order to survive in this world. And what you have learned over the past, I'm getting 10 years, but most rapidly in the past, they're saying 17 months. What you have learned in that time is that the mask was not a solution. It was not actually serving you. In fact, it was holding you back. And you had so much fear around dropping that mask that you clung to it for a long time. And that's okay. That's, what we do, right? It's like how the mind is trained to protect you, right? Maintain the status quo. But you were brought to, very intentionally, a shattering point to force you to drop the mask so that you could see. It's like spirit, like prizing your fingers off of whatever you're gripping so that you could actually, it's like you thought you were falling off a cliff. And like, once you're forced to let go, you realize like you were an inch off the ground and you're like, oh, hi world, don't mind if I do. And here you are, like in your glow up era. But it's hard too, right? Because one moment you feel like you're on a high. Oh my God, I've never felt so free. I'm mask free. I'm being me and people are loving it. And another moment, like you're triggering someone by going mask free, which was part of the risk of not having the mask on, right? And that person is maybe being nasty to you. In another moment, like you're like exhilarated and could go 12 hours without stopping on some kind of passion project. And another, moment you're just exhausted and you're not getting deep sleep or something is, draining your energy. Maybe as you're progressing, you're triggering people who used to feed off of your energy. And even if they're not intending to, like no, ill wills, they're kind of trying to cling to you. They're trying to trigger you to go back into the old you. And you're even if you wanted to, I don't want you to worry about that because you couldn't even if you tried. You're so beyond that now. It's not even possible for you to go back to that old person. So don't even worry about that. But people will try. They'll try. And we'll just give the benefit of the doubt that say those people are not doing it to be mean or cruel. They are triggered themselves. Maybe they're full of fear themselves. They can't imagine what the world will look like if you change, or maybe it, makes them think about how they need to change. But again, that was part of the play, right? Part of the role you agreed to play, that you would be the performer so they could bear witness, so they could be in the audience and watch you and embrace their own inner performer. Like I love this metaphor because I think a lot of healing we do around masks we wear and roles we play is like thinking that one part of life is fake and the other is real, but all of it is real and all of it's an illusion, right? Even you so-called taking off your mask, it's like you're taking off the mask to embrace the ego identity that this soul chose to play in this body, in this life. It is also taking off the mask to recognize that fact and therefore having that more direct, intuitive connection to the larger you that has no name, has no identity in this body, has no sense of restriction. But it's a little bit like, and this is why I want to start streaming gaming. Once I hit 50 subscribers, I can actually start streaming some games if I can figure out the technology of getting my PlayStation hooked up. But I think that would really be fun, and I feel like I'm gonna find a way to make it like make sense. Because to me, it's all connected. I'm like, there's got to be a cross section of people like me who are like spirituality and gaming. Like, yes, I'm here, I'm with it. But to me, like that, it's such a great understanding of like what the experience of life is like. It is like a game where the more we ground into ourselves, the more we understand like what the rules are so we can kind of break them. You can kind of play, you can like max out, right? You can like go like OG with like your broken self and like, you know, have all the best stats and play the game the way you want to play it so that it becomes fun to challenge yourself, to take risks. It becomes fun to put yourself out there and, you know, take on the persona of who you want to be. So that in that sense, it's not a mask. It's you simply embracing the version of you that feels the most good right now. That, I think, brings me to the next most important point in this process, which is to remember to have fun and make it fun. And if you are feeling really tired, really overwhelmed, I don't know why I'm laughing now. I think it's like I feel the need to laugh. You know, too, when you're like overtired and exhausted and you're gonna like, you become hysterical, like you're like, I'm gonna laugh or cry, just like, that's when you need a break. But the feeling I get is to just pause when you do feel overwhelmed and find a little way to make yourself laugh. If it's watching like a video that makes you laugh, playing with your pets, your kids, you know, like if they're tugging on your sleeve and you have been engrossed in something for 3 hours, like go outside and play with them, you know, like you don't get that time back. Like do something to get yourself out of any sense of restriction or imprisonment or frustration or stuckness, because those are just little moments in time that are asking you to pause or asking you to redirect or asking you to wait a hot second so that whatever it is you are manifesting can present itself in the physical in the way that you wanted it to show up. If you are anything like me, you can get real impatient and you put it out there and you're like, yes, and then you want it to happen in 10 seconds. Sometimes it does. But more often than not, even though things are coming in so much faster than they used to, there still is a little bit of a delay, and it's a divine delay. And the divine delay allows you to have time to keep fine-tuning and adjusting, and also to be able to react to what's coming into the physical so you can figure out if this is actually what you want or just what you thought you wanted, which is also the beauty of divine redirection, right? Like, I thought I wanted it, now I have it. Like, oh God, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, or it's not quite like playing out how I imagined. Well, you've got time to change. I don't follow astrology super closely just because I can't keep up, but I think Mercury's retrograde, so that makes a lot of sense right now, especially with all of this divine redirection. So try not to get super frustrated, try not to get angry at yourself or others. Like, chances are things are being called to your attention, even mistakes, so that you can learn from them, so you can have even better outcomes than you might have imagined. Ultimately, so you can be ready to move forward. And the forward movement, guys, like, it's fast. It's going to be fast. It already is. It's like, I really feel you like not, oh gosh, like ribbons, like velvet ribbons are almost like around you. It's like angels behind you are like holding you back like a toddler on toddler reins. And you're like, and they're like, okay, not yet, hold on. And so I get it, but try to hang in there and remember to distract yourself a little bit. Do something fun to distract yourself. Maybe go play a video game. It's very healing. Yeah, on that note, I think I'll leave it. If you have any interest in me streaming some games, let me know in the comments. I was thinking right now, I think the easiest thing I can do is streaming from my PlayStation to YouTube, because I don't have a PC. I have a Mac. Although these days that might not be a barrier. I might just need to get like a capture card or I don't know, some other tech. But I was going to play Oblivion, which is an awesome game. And yeah, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how I want that format to feel. because I do want this channel to continue to be primarily an intuitive channel, but to me, it's all connected. And like I've said many times, like gaming is a wonderful medium for exploring and developing sense of self. And I always am drawn to games that to me feel like they have a very deep spiritual path or journey. Which if you know anything about the Elder Scrolls is absolutely true. And I love the Elder Scrolls universe. It's so complex, it's so deep, it's inspired by a lot of world faiths and cultures and all these different influences, and all these different like mythological archetypes. So I think it could be a lot of fun and maybe a platform for, conversation about spirit, or I don't know, anything that anything that would be fun could come up. So yeah, I will look into that and I'll let you guys know. And if you have any interest, let me know. All right, I love you guys. See you soon.